Hey guys, welcome to Arions Review. This is number video 73, and in this review we'll be looking at the comparison of the Blon 03 against the Tin Hifi T4s. Many of you will be probably looking at these two individual IEM monitors as a good entry-level IEM that you might consider, and there's a lot of rave on the internet about these two things, and today's purpose is to have a final comparison of these two products. So to begin with, we will be looking at the pricing for the Tin Hifi T4s, which is located on my very right here location. The Tin Hifi T4s retails for $79 to $89 if you are able to buy it within these 45 hours, because they are available on Indiegogo right now for around this price. Now, the only reason I mentioned this around this price, I recall paying $79, but if you look at this checkout option here, if you go into the deal now, you can see that the deal is roughly $89 US. If you don't take action within these 42-ish hours since the recording of this video, then it will go back to $109 US. So right now it's being offered at $89 US and original price is $109. This is on my iPad Pro, but if I were to show you on my Android phone, you can see clearly here at the bottom that it's $79 US, which is what I really paid for, and I actually got a $20 coupon so that I can use on Linso. If you can see from the very bottom here, it does state it's going to be $119 US. So I presume one of these information is wrong. So if you're interested in the Tin Hifi T4s, then do take action within these 40-ish hours before it's too late, or else the price will go up. If you're starting off or thinking of entering this audiophile community, then I can assure you that one of these IEM monitors might suit your needs, and it will be a good starting point as an entry level. So in front of you, you have on the very left, we have the Blon 03, and on the very right, we have Tin Hifi T4s. Objective of this right now is to show you what you'll be getting. This is the actual final unboxing of what accessory you will get. This is what the box looks like. I mentioned it's very cheap, while the Tin Hifi T4s, the unboxing experience feels more premium, and I would appreciate unboxing the T4s than the Blon 03s. I mean, I know that buying something is important, but also the unboxing experience is something that should be exciting, so that you are overwhelmed or enjoying the moment when you unbox it, and especially the accessory that it provides. Now, I just want to confirm that both of these products were purchased using my own money. I got this for the Tin Hifi T4 $79, and then I used the $20 coupon to buy this for $19 US. So the accessories that is included, so this is the box, relatively cheap. Did not like the unboxing experience. I always enjoy the unboxing, hence the reason why I do a lot of unboxing videos. It's definitely cheap. Maybe they can consider upgrading it in the future, but again, it is for $39 US, so maybe I'm asking too much. But maybe change the plastic thing here that holds the IEM monitors. That might make it a bit slightly better. Next, the accessory that comes with the Blon 03 is the small simple pouch. Not useful. Yes, it does hold it. I'm sure that you can use it temporarily. In regards to the ear tips, two silicone ones, which is not that great, and it got fitted with the small ones. Roughly, this is not recommended, so the accessory again is not that great, but then again it's $39 US. And then lastly, the cable that it came with, as I mentioned in my last video when I did the review, definitely try it, and then after that appreciate it for a couple minutes, and then upgrade it if you can. One of the ones that I probably recommend is maybe the 0001CH, which Linso does offer, which is for $30 US, as that is what I'm pairing it right now. In regards to these e-tips, I've actually already upgraded to SpinFit, but I thought it's best that I show you what you actually get in this comparison right now. So these are the cables. It's simple. This is the microphone version. There is one that is no microphone from here. In regards to this material used, definitely the IEM monitor does feel premium, so you should be happy about that part. but the accessories provided is not. Okay, and there is actually some weight to it. In regards to Tin Hi-Fi T4s, unboxing was good. You are feeling that you are actually getting something premium, definitely worth $79 US. With both of these any monitors, both of them are punching above its weight, and you're definitely getting your money's worth. I would probably say it's maybe worth $200 to $300 worth. So once you hear the sound quality, you'll see there's a big difference with these two dynamic drive. Well, there's a dynamic driver here and there's a dynamic driver here, and you can appreciate the difference of what it makes in comparisons to, well, I prefer the BA drivers, but it's good to sometimes change and have a different, maybe you have a different mood and you want to feel the different kind of music coming towards you. Anyway, so with the Tin Hi-Fi T4s, we have a nice leather case, which I feel looks nice. It does protect it, as I mentioned, it does open quite easily, and I do like the leather smell. So positive part here, leather case. It does come with a selection, a very good selection of ear tips. I think this is the extra one that they give as extra, so if you buy it, so hopefully you should get this too when you order your products. So 3 blacks, 3 whites, 2 foam, 1 silver foam, and then 3 selections of foam, blue foam. In regards to the cable is quite good. You can postpone from upgrading cable if you want. And both of these obviously are 3.5 millimeter, so but for me I prefer 2.5 millimeter. So with me, both of these any monitors, I've already upgraded the cables already, and I'll show you what cables I've upgraded it to. But this cable is decent, seriously. So you can maybe postpone from upgrading, so roughly speaking, $79 gives you enough, while the $39 Bloom, you might have to upgrade some things as to fully enjoy it. Now, in regards to the any monitor of the T4s, you can see that it does have a turbine feel, and it's a bit lightweight, unlike the Bloom 03s. I prefer the Bloom 03 more because it has more weight to it and it fits more nicely. I have again paired it with the spin fits that I previously owned, and for some reason one of the sides, the right side, is large, and then this one is medium. That is, don't know why, but for the Bloom 03, both of them are medium size. In regards to comfort, when I first tried the Tin Hi-Fi T4s was a bit hurting on the side, but after some time it has adjusted. But again, as I said, I've not been using this cable. I've fully upgraded to another cable. And as I mentioned, with this cable, you can probably forget about it and test it first, and then after that, throw it on the side as to fully appreciate what it does when you upgrade the cable. In regards to the cable, I have actually upgraded the cables to, one of them is actually the 001C8, which can be ordered from Denso here. I feel that this benefits the Bloom 03 much more, and it opens it up and gives it much better sound than definitely these one. But as I mentioned, you might want to try it first so that you can fully appreciate how a cable change makes a big improvement to the Bloom 03. In regards to the Tin Hi-Fi T4s, I've actually upgraded and changed it to the Nobunaga Labs cable. Both of these cables are 2.5 millimeter, and I find that this pairs well better with this one for my taste. And remember, music quality is quite subjective, so you might want to test it first if possible. If not, read more reviews first before you actually upgrade the cable. And the cable here was $30 US, while this one is about 1,000 Hong Kong dollars. Now, coming to the any monitors, both of these, remember these both any monitors have a 10 millimeter dynamic driver, so it's a good comparison. But remember, there is a slight price difference. If you, at the moment with the cable here, it is fine possibly not to upgrade anything, and that's it. But with this Bloom 03, I definitely recommend upgrading the E-tips and upgrading the cable to something that you might want. Here is something that you could possibly consider that you might not know. This is the connector that I sometimes use. You can see that this allows a connector such as this to be plugged into this here. so that this then gives it a 2-pin CM connector. So it's actually a MMCX to CM connector. So from this to this type, and I'm sure there's there's one that are vice versa. So I sometimes use this to test cables with other INI monitors, and that can be purchased, I'm sure, somewhere. Next, I want to show you how I'm currently holding or using these INI monitors. You can see that the Blon 03 is attached to the 111 already with C8, and that the Labanuba cable is already connected to the Tin Hi-Fi T4s. In regards to the casing, you can see that I am using a Shure 846 case to actually hold the Tin Hi-Fi T4s, while I've actually switched and used the Tin Hi-Fi T4s to actually hold the Blon 03 due to the fact that the cable is much softer and it actually folds in more to this smaller compartment. Coming to the sound quality of both of these INI monitors, we'll start with the fact that these two INI monitors are different. They're not identical. You are actually getting different sound signature and experience from each of these products. So it's just really a matter of your personal taste and your experience. Both of them are definitely worth considering, or maybe even buy both. For the Tin Hi-Fi T4s, this is what I feel it gives me. I think that the Tin Hi-Fi T4s is more laid back. It is definitely less in your face. There is bass there, but not that much. It's more in the middle section. There's some sub-bass, mainly in the mids. The instruments and vocals are on the same level. Instrument separation is definitely good. It does pair well with a phone, but obviously it does benefit by having something like the maybe SP1000 here that I sometimes use to test gears. And that is for both of these, because both of these are dynamic drivers, which requires a bit more power to drive. That it will give you the better sound quality coming from it if you do provide a bit more power. It's more engaging, it's neutral bright, it's balanced, treble is good, sound is allowed to move freely and not congested. Sound separation is good, which allows you to hear the finer micro details of the instruments. That's what I feel anyway. For sure you are not able to get an IEM of this good value at this price range. The cable is good, as I mentioned, which is reasonable since you're buying for $79. Sound stage is relatively wide. Comfort is, as I said, decent with the silver-plated copper cable, and the treble is well extended. That's what I feel about the Tin Hi-Fi T4s. Now, in regards to the Blon 03, first thing that you test, or when you actually upgrade the cable, you will see that this is a bass machine. There is definitely more bass and more sub-bass and rumble when you actually put this on. There is the grunts coming from it. In yesterday's video, it might seem a bit short. For me, the instruments hit harder. It is more fun and engaging. This one the Tin Hi-Fi T4s might work for all kinds of music, especially classic and such forth. It will deal well with pop as well. But if you're a person who likes K-pop, pop, something that is strong, and you want all the instruments hitting towards you, I mean, I tried both of these with Billie Jean, Michael Jackson, and with this one, you can hear the bass and the rumble and all that coming towards you. Sound stage is also wide. I feel that definitely this one is more engaging for my liking. The music and all the instruments and the vocals come to you all at once. Trebles are clear, present without being too harsh. It has a warmer tone. Separation is, I think, much better than the T4s. And again, as I mentioned, it is definitely fun and exciting and has a U-shaped tuning with good amount of clarity. Now, for some people, this one, the bass might be too much for them. I am not sure you're that type of person. For me, I am enjoying this one much more than the Tin Hi-Fi T4s, as it's literally like I'm in a disco right in the room, standing next to a couple of big massive speakers, and you can hear the rumble, especially depending on the songs, of course, that you're playing, and you can feel it's moving around you inside your ear. That is what I get from this one. While this one is like more laid back and is not in your face, And as I said, it depends on your moods really, right? I mean, I've got several BA drivers, any monitors, and it depends on how your mood is and what you're trying to listen to. But these couple of days, I have mostly been listening to the Blon 03. Yes, at the moment, if you want my final comparison, which one would I buy if I were to only buy one entry level in-ear monitor? Then I would possibly, for me, buy the Blon 03 because I'm really enjoying the bass and all that coming towards me. But if you think that could be too much for you, then I would suggest maybe going for the Tin Hi-Fi T4s, as it's more laid back and it's not too in your face, and that might be more comfortable to you as a starting point to enter into this audiophile world. But for me, especially at the $19 US, since that is what I paid and the cable was literally free since I got a coupon that allowed me to do that, as I mentioned in the last video, for me, this is doing magics right now. I'm enjoying it. I can hear the instrument separation. This is, for me, the one that I like. But obviously, if you have the funds, maybe try both. Sometimes maybe, oh, I want to feel calm. I want a bit more laid back. I want to sit in a quiet room, such that I'm able to hear the instruments, the detail, and all that. Then maybe the Tin Hi-Fi T4 would be a good one to consider. I do want to mention that the Tin Hi-Fi T4, both of these are actually comfortable. And for me personally, this one is more nicer for me because there's a bit more weight. I think the Tin Hi-Fi T4 is a bit more too small, so you need to actually find the correct placement before you're able to find it's comfortable. After that, they're both comfortable. I'm sure you're able to use it for many long hours. In regards to isolation, I would say maybe the isolation on this one is much better because maybe the bass is blocking out everything. And while this one is a bit more calmer for those who prefer the sound signature. But remember, if you really want to consider the Blon 03, you have to pay a little bit more because you need to maybe upgrade the cable and maybe upgrade the ear tip. But this one is like, here's a complete package, and you could think about upgrading cable, yes or not, depending if you want to in a future date. But if you have both, well, I think you've made a good choice and actually buy in both. I think both of these are definitely recommended, so don't feel, well, for those who are only able to purchase one, don't feel disappointed. Definitely think about what your needs are. You need to know, are you that type of person who enjoys thumping good music where everything is coming towards you? Then definitely go for the Blon 03. But if you're a person who likes to enjoy much high detail music, but more relaxed, then definitely the Tin Hi-Fi T4s. Both of these are definitely punching above its weight and should retail more, and it's aiming towards like around the $200 to $300 US mark range of any monitors that you can possibly buy. And definitely recommended as an entry level if this is your first time joining us in this audio world. Anyway, I think that is all I want to say for now about comparison of these two any monitors. I am very pleased in having purchased both. There are times when I will use this one and that one, but at the moment I am mainly using this one quite a lot. In the future or the next video, I will be possibly either, video 74, I might be looking at showing you some footage of the gimbal, which I've not had time to fully do yet because I've been looking at some any monitors. Or alternatively, the next one could be the unboxing of the Billie Jean, and then maybe a full review of it, and then maybe a comparison between one of these two, or maybe all three. Anyway, hopefully you found this video useful. Remember, if you're interested in the Tin Hi-Fi T4s, you've got about 44 hours left to get it at a slightly cheaper price, which is $79 or $89. I don't know which one now because there's some miscommunication somewhere. Or alternatively, go for the $39 Blon 03, or maybe go for both. Anyway, hopefully you found this video useful. Do hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.